to So You Think You Can Write, where we give serious writing critique without taking ourselves too seriously. My name is Lindsay, and with me here today is...
Booher.
Torsha Baker, Janette Rallison.
Aaron Blaylock.
And this episode is brought to you by Writers Clearinghouse. Visit writersch.com for more information about getting your writing career off the ground.
All right, and what we're going to do is act as agents and editors while Janette reads a first page from the story. And if at any point we think we would reject that story, we'll hit our buzzers.
Okay, ready? Okay, this is called Tim the Reaper. If one more person accuses me of murder, I'm going to freak out. Behind me, murmurs of another bizarre death, choking on a grasshopper, fills the room with a buzz. I close my eyes, wishing I were anywhere but here in English, about to start the day. Not that it matters. Most of the kids avoid me anyway, which is better than being beat up, I guess. Mrs. Chase clears her throat in front of me, as in right in front of me. I'm front row, center seat. All the other seats are taken, except those on either side of me. It's been this way since the last time Danny got hit by lightning when we were 7. 3 more years of high school, then I'll leave this town and go someplace where people don't harass me. Mrs. Chase clears her throat again. Eyes up front. Her hand touches my head. You too, Tim. I open an eye and look up. The most beautiful girl I've ever seen stands next to me. Stands next to Mrs. Chase, sorry. She's almost as tall as my teacher, who is 6'3", and used to play college basketball. The girl is blushing. Her eyes dart around the room as she smooths the front of her Metallica t-shirt. She links her slender together.
We're missing a word.
We're missing a word, yes.
We are.
Yes.
At her waist, glances down at me. She smiles, half her mouth tilting upward to expose a dimple. Are you okay with that, Tim? Mrs. Chase asks. I look at my teacher and blink. My cheeks warm. Can you repeat the question?
The only, I didn't buzz it, but I look at the page and I go, it doesn't look right. Like the paragraphs are not organized right.
They're heavily spaced. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Very,
like,
very short paragraphs.
Yeah,
Yes.
short paragraphs without dialogue, which usually if you're going to do short paragraphs, you've got some dialogue or you've got action. So like things are moving in here. So that doesn't feel right to me. I mean, I enjoyed the reading, but I would maybe combine some there.
And here's the thing, you can use short paragraphs, but you want to use those sparingly because it is a tool for pacing. Mm-hmm. You know, because basically when you're slowing down, adding paragraphs, as a reader, we take a bigger pause. That's what we're kind of taught to do, right? So with commas, we take a short pause, periods a little bit longer, and paragraphs an even longer pause as we're reading. That's what we've been taught to do with punctuation. So when you want to use a short sentence or a short paragraph, it's because you're trying to bring more emphasis to what is being said. So it's a great tool to use, but if you're using it all the time, it takes away from the impact of that. So,
And I think, I mean, this is sort of a little bit related, but I feel like we need a little bit more explanation, because if one more person accuses me of murder, I'm going to freak out.
It was a good start.
Yeah, and that's a great first sentence, but then you have to say something about why people are accusing him of murder, because then it's just another murmurs of bizarre death, but how would they think he was responsible for somebody choking on a grasshopper? Like, do they think he was force feeding him the grasshopper, or what? So yeah, I think we just need a little bit more explanation of what's going on.
Yeah, it is a little jarring. You're like, the first line and then the second line, you kind of, I'm confused how they connect.
Well, and you have to jump way down before you got that somebody got hit by lightning, which ties into that idea of these bizarre deaths.
Yeah, but that's still not murder.
It's
so,
not.
I mean, they would think he was horrible luck, maybe, but not
No.
murder.
And I
something
agree.
like they always blame me, you know?
So we've got a first line that hooks you, and we really need that line explained. Play off of that, because what we really have is a very mundane scene otherwise in a classroom, and you don't want your first page to be mostly mundane activities that aren't going to grab the person's attention. So yeah, stay with that first line and then play off of that. Give us a lot more of what that is, and then you can, later in the chapter, go into the more mundane classroom scene.
You're right. There's not enough at the beginning there about the initial character before you introduce the secondary character that walks in, and that's a good introduction. I think a little more background explanation about why this character is unique and how they feel about being unique would be important at this point. So-
Yeah, and I see his goal here is that he just wants to get through high school. So I'm glad that you
Don't we all?
kind of put that there. Yeah,
Get through it.
yeah.
Until she walks in the room and then the
And then
goal
he's like,
changes.
wait a minute, yeah. But yeah, I do feel that there needs to be a bit more here before we get our new character.
And I like the trick of being descriptive about the height of the character without being like she was just really tall. To talk about not just the teacher's height, but why that matters. Is it that she was a basketball player? Like I thought that was a really nice descriptive trick.
Yeah, good voice, very YA, except for Torsha did.
I
like
have
the term
one,
freak out.
yeah, I had just one little thing, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I do have teenagers at home. But it says, I'm going to freak out. I feel like freak out is a little outdated for the teenagers. I would use, I'm gonna lose it, you know, something along those lines, but talk to more teenagers,
I freak
maybe.
out all the time, and it might
Right,
give
but
some
how old are
context.
you?
But it might give some context to the time of the story. She's wearing a Metallica T-shirt. How many?
But
how many
that's been brought back. Oh no, that's been brought back.
Metallica?
Oh yes, yeah. The
Wow.
new thing is wearing the old band's shirts on their. So that's not old. So if
It's
this
your
is,
own
if this
fashion,
out,
Who
youngster.
knew?
Stop stealing ours.
no really, and it's because
Sounds like
I.
we stole
Who
other
was it?
people's fashion.
One of somebody was like wearing an old shirt with what my daughter's from. I'm like, do you even know that band? You know, because they don't. They're just like,
I
oh
thought
no,
all
it's
kids
cool.
wore Che Guevara
Yeah,
shirts now.
we're about to change this because I'm personally
could be old.
offended if you are wearing the shirt of a band that you know nothing about.
Generational
How dare you.
appropriation.
Yes.
I don't think anybody watching.
Generation
I don't think anybody
appropriation.
watching this YouTube is probably guilty of that. Just so you know,
Yeah.
their children maybe, but
Well,
Yeah.
they can correct that. Correct your
hope.
children.
We
Yes.
hope you should. If you don't,
And I'm fine if you introduce them to those bands.
Right, and they enjoy it.
Like-
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
I'll,
no.
I'll climb down off of this.
Go into
soapbox.
Forever 21 and you'll see. And
Really?
Yes.
So now that we're
Not that you
totally
usually go
not
into
on the
Forever
topic of
21.
writing at
It's been a
all,
long time.
Yes.
Sorry.
But it is part of
Do they
writing,
still
and the
have
reason
malls?
being is because it's important to know your generation that you're writing about, right?
Yeah.
So if this is set, you know, maybe in the 80s or whatever, then I think you need to find a better way to describe that than the T-shirt because that's going on right now.
the teacher needs big hair.
Mm.
Well, and this is a problem with putting technology, putting slang, putting so many things in your novels because things change and they get outdated super fast.
that's why you should write fantasy.
Yeah.
And sci-fi.
Timeless.
Inside
You
the
make up your own
fantasy. Just make
stuff.
up your own
Timeless
That's what I do.
fantasy.
But I like to put in pop culture references, even if they're not
Yeah.
going to hold up.
Right, because people,
Yeah, and electronics especially, I mean, it changes so
So
fast
quickly.
that you can't put in CDs or iPods or, you know, it's,
Unless those come back too.
yeah.
You're like, look, this
vinyl
disc holds
records.
music. It
Okay,
spins.
so maybe we can move on to
Voting.
Yep, let's do it.
All
Let's
right,
do
we're
it.
just,
All
we're
right.
grow nostalgic.
start
about
down there
hating.
this time.
Okay.
Am I whether I would
Ready.
ask
Ready,
for more
get
pages?
your
Ready.
choices,
Right, got it,
raise
got it.
that right.
I'm gonna say that it is ready. I would say I would read on. Yes.
I'm gonna say sets only because I feel like we just need a little bit more information about the character so it's not, the beginning is not confusing, but besides that, I really liked it.
I'm gonna say set as well for those same reasons and whatever you said. So.
I'm gonna go with set. I think we need a little more connection to that opening line, and I think we'll be good to go.
I'm gonna say set for all those reasons, and I prefer a Styx t-shirt instead of Metallica, but that's it, set.
Okay,
The
so
Carpenters, do the Carpenters.
Oh.
did we get it right? And which band's T-shirt
Sure, the character one.
would you wear?
Would you wear? That's a good question.
I would wear no doubt.
Comment below.
That's me.
Oh.
That was my generation.
The Osmonds.
You're killing me.
So, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.
Get ready, get set.
Right?
All right, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And don't forget that we have a new sponsor this year. Our friend Ben Grange with Writers Clearinghouse is offering all the prize support for this year. And the winner each month will get a first 10-page manuscript evaluation for free.
Yep, and then the winner of the full year is going to get a full manuscript critique
Wow.
from agents and editors, guys. These are top guys.
That have worked in the industry and really know their stuff. I mean, that's big. Okay, and then you can find out more about Ben Grange and the Writers Clearinghouse at www.writersch, as in clearinghouse, writersclearinghouse.com.